Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video here today from Men Only, recommended to me by a guy named Matrix of Madness. I will leave both of their channels linked in the video description. Don't forget to go and subscribe to them, but let's jump right into it.
Divorce is really hard. I thought I could talk about this.
Fellas, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're sharing a heartbreaking story. She ruined her marriage of 24 years, regretted it instantly, and was left with nothing. We'll explore what led to the downfall of this long-term relationship, the immediate regrets she faced, and the harsh consequences that followed. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest videos. Let's jump right in and break it all down.
I am predicting that divorce rates 7 to 10 years from now are going to skyrocket, and it's not because of the Great Divorce. Today's economy is creating a lot of relationships born purely out of financial necessity. There's men and women in their early 20s that are shacking up together now because they can't afford rent on one income, and they've reached a point in their lives that they don't want a roommate. So they're finding a boyfriend or a girlfriend to provide that same kind of financial contribution.
I think women are way more likely to do this crap than men are. Let's be totally crystal clear about this, guys. Men are not the ones who are entering into relationships and entering into marriages for financial gain. Everybody knows it's women doing this. It is not men doing this. Men don't look at your bank account and think, oh, she's going to make a great partner for me. We don't care about how much money is in your bank account because, let's be honest about it, that it doesn't benefit us in any way. Modern women do not provide for men, right? They're not out here looking after dudes financially, at least in the long term. Okay, I don't know, guys, I'm just thinking back through my friends and all of the guys I've known, and not once have I ever heard them, mention that a woman's finances make her attractive. Not once have I ever heard that from a guy.
Essentially, oh, I like you a lot. I can tolerate being around you 100% of the time, so let's do this. Since they have both already taken that step of living together, buying furniture and all the domestic stuff, it will be easier to take that next natural step. They'll get engaged. And then they get swept up in all of the excitement of that. They'll get married and they get swept up in all the excitement of that. And then a year later, they start having children. And when those kids arrive, that's when the shit will hit the fan, because it does. Even in the best, healthiest, most secure relationships where people did spend a lot of time getting to know each other and evaluating fit, genuinely loving each other, those couples slam into the brick wall of parenthood, where priorities change and relationship dynamics shift permanently. You can't go back to that fun couple you were, because now there's a human that needs you, and suddenly you have a lot of people, or you will have a lot of people, that never fully understood the commitment of being with that person they chose for a lifetime. It will be a very good time to be a divorce attorney.
Okay, and let's talk about this for a second, guys, right? Who is leaving the marriages? Who is changing the dynamic in the relationships, as she put it? It's the women. Statistically speaking, guys, women are the ones who are initiating divorces. They are the ones who are leaving, and the reason why, as much as every single one of them will try and convince you that it's because he was an awful man and men are terrible and all of this crap, the reason why women are divorcing their husbands is because they're incentivized to do it. They can walk away with the cash and prizes. They can walk away with a consistent income that isn't theirs. They can walk away with the house, and they can walk away with the children of the man as well. And also, in a lot of those situations, it's not even the man's children. But anyway, the women walk away. They leave these marriages. They divorce their husbands because they think that they can do better without him and that they can win all of the cash and prizes at the end. The government incentivizes women to destroy their own families. So when women destroy their families and they cry and complain because they couldn't get a house, right? They're one of the women who couldn't get a hold of his assets and his resources after the marriage is over. I don't care. Go and be homeless. Not my problem.
Here's the thing. After hearing what this woman had to say, it's hard not to think that becoming a divorce lawyer might be one of the most secure career choices out there.
Oh yeah, I mean, you'll make bank off of these women who divorce their husbands, right? They'll come to you immediately trying to steal his crap.
Divorce is really hard. I thought I could talk about this. I didn't realize how raw it was. And I did not expect fucking having a New York City office that I'm commuting into to stir up all of these feelings. I thought I was so past this. I thought I was so past this. I moved out 2 years ago.
Always the New York women and the women from these metropolitan areas. This is what I'm talking about, guys, when I reference Western women, okay? It's almost like the denser the metropolitan area you go to, the more horrible the individuals are, right? Like, let's be honest, so many of these girls, they're strong and independent womanists who don't need no man, and then they end up divorcing their husbands and making a TikTok video of them crying about it. Guys, I never believe, whenever I see these tears, if it's on a TikTok video, I don't believe it. Because as far as I'm concerned, if you're recording yourself crying, you're doing it for attention, you're trying to make yourself come across as the victim, and I don't believe you. Incredibly manipulative behavior.
I'm not. I had a whole wall in our house of like family portraits. And not in like a corny, horrible way, like in a cool way. Like I had great pictures. And, you know, I only kept the ones of my son, right? And this is one of them. And it's, wait, let me give you a better version.
Notice how she says my son, by the way. So many of these women, they think that the kids that they had with these dudes are just theirs, right? Sometimes they'll say my son because it's actually only her son and she had a kid outside of that relationship. That happens a lot too. And then the other part of the time, they say my son because they don't even consider the dad that she had the kid with to be the father of the child, right? They think it's her child and she should have the rights to the kid.
My son, when he was 8, probably, and we were decorating for Christmas. And I remember how lonely I would feel every Christmas.
Don't care.
But then I look at this picture. I'm like, oh, that was our mirror. And I remember when we bought it. I remember when we bought those sofas. Or when we installed those light fixtures. I remember the painting that was right above them. Like this.
I wonder who installed the fixtures, and I wonder who bought the furniture, by the way. I just want to throw that out there, guys. You know, oh, we bought this and we installed this. I guarantee you it was the dude probably buying the stuff and installing the things. Let's be real.
Stuff in the background. You like you put together a life with someone, right? And you think you're going to be with them forever. And that's your plan. And you go into it fully, earnestly thinking you're going to be with them forever. And then you're not. I took that of my son on a vacation. I think I was still trying, but unhappy, but trying. It's sad. No one gets married thinking they're going to get divorced. You know, right? What is it? Half of all marriages, or like how many marriages actually end in divorce? Like so many, right? So it's almost like rare that you want to be with someone forever. So if you have that, like, oh, it's so fucking awesome. If you don't have it, and you're fighting for it, and then you just can't get there, and then it ends, and then it just feels so awful. I'm like, I'm the one who ended it.
And there it is. I'm just going to pause the video here for a moment, guys, and let's just take a moment to appreciate the amount of word salad and complete gobbledygook she just said right there. When at the end of the day, she is the one who divorced her husband. Oh, divorces are so unfortunate and this situation sucks and blah, blah, blah. And then you come to find out that, hold on a second, guys, Taylor wasn't just talking crap. The women are initiating the divorces. This is what I'm saying, man. Women will initiate the divorce, and then sometimes, right, sometimes they don't walk away with the cash and prizes. They're left with nothing, and then we get these TikTok videos of them crying and them begging for their husbands back. There is probably a good amount of men who are watching this video right now, and maybe you've had a life partner, you've had a long-term girlfriend, you've had a wife, whatever. The relationship goes south, she leaves you, and then within a few years, she's begging to come back because she doesn't even miss you, she doesn't even care about you, but she just wants the benefits that you provided back, right? And this is why guys understand this. They go, you never cared about me. You never cared about me on a personal level. You just used me for what I could provide. And now you have to go out there and you have to get a job. And now you want me back? It's not happening, right? These women seem to think that dudes are idiots, right? That we're just morons. But we can read this stuff, right? You have these women who want to re-enter into dudes' lives and they're sitting here crying. I'll tell you what, this is absolute peak comedy, to be honest with you. Peak comedy.
This was my choice. I have this, you know, in my apartment. It like, this is all my stuff. This is my choice. You don't expect it to hurt 2 years later.
Yeah, maybe the money ran out. That's probably why it hurt 2 years later on. Maybe she ran out of savings and realizes that she has to return to the workforce. I don't particularly know the exact situation here, but I'm going to assume it's that. And the reason why I'm going to assume it's that is because normally that is the case. But I think we have another clip from this woman lined up. It looks the same. Yeah, this is what it looks like, okay? Taking a look at this clip here. 53-year-old divorced commuter coming home to an apartment. Strong, independent, New York womanist individual coming home, sick of working her corporate job, and she wants her family back, the one that she ruined, the one that she destroyed. The classic maneuver, guys. You ruin your own life, then you complain about it, and you try and get your dude back. Hilarious.
Day 4 of commuting as a divorced gal. I forget that commuting is like really tiring.
Before we even continue, man, so it seems like I was right. She regrets it now because she has to return to work and she has to commute. It's all very well and good when the man's just going out to work, right? You think that he just goes out and collects money. But when you're doing it by yourself and you realize that you're the one that has to pay rent, that you actually have to be an adult, oh boy, guys, a lot of modern women do not like it. You know, they say they want that corporate life, they say they want that nice job, but they really don't. They don't want any of the responsibility that comes with it.
It felt really different to commute back and forth to the city and not to come home to my big-ass house that I used to live in and to come home to my small apartment. Before, I used to get into my car and drive home to my house, and my husband would be there and my son, and now it's my plants. I'm complaining, but it's like, ma'am, this is what did you think? Like, you ended your 24-year marriage. You sold your 5-bedroom house. You sold your dream to try a whole new life. And I'm fully in that whole new life now. And even though I've been in it now for a couple of years, renting my apartment, it's still not adjusted. I thought it would feel more natural by now.
Yeah, you thought that you would return to your boss babe single life, right? Having a great time out here, returning to the streets. But you realize that you have to pay your own bills now. That maybe men aren't giving you as much attention as you used to get. You see, your husband was with you because he loved you. He looked after you because he loved you. So when you leave the marriage, right, these random guys that you meet on dating applications, they don't want to take care of you. You're not the mother of his kid, right? You're not his wife that he's been with for many years. These dudes will just use you for a bit of fun. And let's not get it twisted, right? It takes two to tango. Women will try and complain and say that they're victims because men don't want to commit to them anymore. What did you expect? You bailed out of your marriage, right? You're not what you once were. Your selection in men is probably still absolutely terrible, right? You're going back out here. I guarantee you she's chasing the Chads. And things are not working out for her, guys. And I feel absolutely no empathy. This is so funny, man. You give modern women what they want, and they hate it.
I guess I'm getting there. And when am I going to get there? Why aren't I there yet? So, like, tonight, for example, 3 of my best friends are coming over, and it's different entertaining an apartment versus your house.
It wasn't your house. I guarantee you this big house that she's sitting here talking about wasn't her house. It was probably the husband's. He paid for it. He got the mortgage, or he bought it, or whatever the case may be, right? And she's saying how, oh, I used to have this big house. It wasn't yours. Your husband provided this life to you because he loved you and because he cared about you. And it's disgusting, man. Like, women just view this stuff as theirs. It's just crazy to me, man. You can be a dude. You can work your entire life. You can buy your house, and then a woman will consider it her house.
Entertaining an apartment versus your house. Like, I don't have all my shit anymore. I used to have, like, cabinets where I would keep all of my napkins. Like, I had napkins in every color and all the plates and all the silverware and all. Now I'm like, I don't know where anything is anymore, and I don't even own those things anymore. Now I barely have matching glasses. Like, when you get divorced, you split up all your shit, right? And then you have to go through stuff, and you're like, oh, I don't need this. And the platters that I have, I don't use. My refrigerator is just filled up with, like, flavored seltzer now. But I know my friends don't care, but it's just like a mental, it's different. It changes the whole experience. I want to have everything, like, nice and pretty and, I don't know, perfect for them. And they're showing up to just imperfections on imperfections, and they've been over before. I have to just go with the flow, right? I have to just not care about those things now because I know they don't matter, but I'm not gonna lie, like, it was really nice to be able to have people over and just to have everything, like, beautiful and perfect. And
oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Have you guys noticed that some of my videos have gone missing over here on YouTube? That is because I am slowly moving them over to locals where I can actually host them without the risk of getting in trouble. If you are not aware, many creators are starting to move over to places like locals, Rumble, etc. because YouTube is not really a free speech platform. So if you are interested in supporting the channel and getting access to videos that are no longer available here, make sure that you come and join us over on locals. The link will be in the video description down below. Supporters get access to their own exclusive videos that are no longer available to the public, so make sure you go to the link in the description and join us over there now. But anyway, guys, back to today's episode.
matching and being able to go and sit outside in my backyard. Or now I don't have that.
You can't convince me that this woman even loved or cared about her husband in the first place. Right? The reason why is because you never hear something along the lines of, oh, I miss my husband, or I wish I treated him better, or anything along these lines. They don't actually give a damn about the man. There are lots of creators who say this line, guys. I believe it's something like, you know, women are looking, I can't remember it exactly. Someone will let me know in the comments, but women marry for business, men marry for love, something to those lines, right? And it's so totally true, because she's sitting here rambling, and the only thing she's talking about is her possessions, right? Not coming home to a loving family, right? Specific. She doesn't mention the man at all. She doesn't talk about these things. She talks about her silverware of all things, and I already know this woman's cooking would be absolutely terrible, even if she did cook at all. The dude probably had to order food still, despite having a wife. She just strikes me as that kind of woman. But she's sitting here talking about the possessions. Not once does she say she misses her husband or anything. It's all about the lifestyle that she misses out on, guys. Like, I swear to you, this woman does not really care as much. She doesn't care about the dude at all, I don't think. And she probably doesn't even care about the son as much as she's portraying it as. I think the son might actually be the biological son of the both of them, but he somehow got custody, so she's not happy about it. And let me just say this, guys. If the man gets custody, usually that means the woman has to be a real damn psycho in order for that to happen. Like, the courts just don't give custody by default to men. Typically, it goes to the woman.
and being able to go and sit outside in my backyard. Or now I don't have that. Now my kitchen is my living room, and my living room is my kitchen, which it's just room. I'll make it work, but I would be lying if I didn't say that something about this week that's making it really hard. And girl, you gave it up. Happy now? And I know nobody's saying that to me, right? God's not saying, nobody's saying that to me except me. So maybe I need to stop saying that to me. Like, yeah, I did give it up, and I gave it up for lots of good reasons. And I put a lot of thought and care, and I did not make a frivolous, knee-jerk decision.
Okay, let's hear the reasons then. Oh, there were so many reasons why I divorced my husband and I ruined my family. And of course, guys, all of the reasons that they provide, no evidence, no nothing, all just fluffy emotional language. There's no like, oh, he did X awful action to me. You never hear that crap. You really don't.
You make a decision to end your marriage and to end your fairy tale. There are consequences, and some of that is that things won't be perfect and beautiful and exactly as they were. They'll be different. You have to make like an educated guess that, okay, I understand that it's going to be different, but I'm still making that choice. But you have no way of knowing how it's going to be until you're in it.
Notice, guys, how she glosses over the reasons why she divorced her husband in the first place. Right? And the reason why they gloss over this is because their reason for divorcing their husband is because they want to return to the streets and they want to steal his money. That's really what it is. She wanted the house, she wanted the money, and she wanted to go out there and hook up with a whole bunch of random dudes in the city. That's really what it was at the end of the day. Oh, I had so many good reasons for divorcing my husband and ruining my family. I was just so miserable, right? The reason why these women are miserable in their marriages is because they're marrying the guy for his resources, and they're sad that they can't go out there and easily cheat on him. Right? I'm sad that I can't cheat very easily. I'm disappointed in this relationship because I'm comparing my husband to the past 50 men I've been with. And make no mistake, guys, women do this, right? They get with a whole bunch of dudes, and their ability to pair bond with men is completely fried. They're always going to be thinking about that previous guy who is better at this or better at that or had this thing. And she's not going to be able to let it go until she finally divorces him, tries to take his money, and she returns to the men who she views as better than her husband.
So now I'm in it. So I'm going upstairs now. I had to make it cute with my mismatched shit, my mismatched glasses, and it'll be fine, right? Yay. I miss my backyard.
What message does this send to the young men watching?
I miss my backyard. Isn't that crazy, guys? She says, I miss my backyard. Not that she misses her son or that she misses her ex-husband. No. She misses the backyard. She misses the big house. It's so disgusting, man. But let's continue on to today's last clip, shall we?
Not pretty.
A guy will take that abuse for years, and then one day he can't take it anymore and he slaps her. That's all the world will ever see is the moment he slapped her. They won't pay any attention to anything that led up to it. Nothing else matters. He hit a woman. One of the biggest problems that I have with guys going through divorce is that their own families turn on them.
I interviewed one guy, his whole family.
Yep.
His whole family believed he was an abuser for they came around 5 years later, but...
I've seen it happen 1,000 times.
I've actually seen that as well, guys, right? I'm sorry, but I really don't like these quote-unquote families and these quote-unquote friends that turn on a man because of an accusation. I don't like these people. Until you have evidence, I don't believe women's accusations. Oh, he's an awful man because of reasons that she forgets to mention. Okay, cool. Until you have evidence, I'm going to treat that man exactly the same because as far as I'm concerned, your accusation is empty until you have proof for me. I have seen people do this, guys. This is some real crap. And also, obviously, guys, do not hit women. Do not hit people. Incredibly cringe. You should never be doing that. I have seen situations where men have had to exercise such patience, right, in order not to go and do things like this, guys, when, I've seen women get up in men's faces, yell at them, do all sorts of things where if you were to reverse the genders and it was a man doing it to another man, oh, there would be some injuries. There really would, guys. And you would look at situations like that and you would say, hey, that man had it coming. He was up in his face, he was yelling, he was doing all sorts of different behaviors, right? Not saying it's the right thing to do, guys, but men in this day and age have to exercise a great deal of patience. And a lot of people would consider that patience to be completely unjustified. A lot of guys shouldn't even have to exercise that much patience in their relationships or just with random women.
Guys, their own fathers, their own mothers turn on them and side with the abusive woman. It's amazing. When you take fundamental biological gynocentrism and you turn it into that, you've got a crazy world. I mean, eventually the society will collapse, and that'll be the start of something new and maybe a little bit better. But until then, I don't see anything changing. If people can turn on their own children because a woman said he hit me or he was mean to me, man, we're a long way from being able to fix anything.
Here's the thing. Choosing peace and walking away is one of the most powerful decisions a man can make. It's a statement that says, I'm not going to let this destroy me. The feminist movement, under the guise of caring about the well-being of women, has done more damage than good.
I've said this many times, but the female-centric movement, shall we say, womanism, it doesn't care about women, guys. I mean, you look at these womanists on TikTok, they're out here lying to women. They're giving women absolutely terrible advice. They're ruining each other's lives. I mean, it's absolutely awful. But let's see right here if there's another clip lined up, but otherwise we might leave today's episode there. Let's continue.
To simply walk away.
I know that I am not the most beautiful woman in the world. I know that you don't even believe I'm the most beautiful woman in the world, and that is okay. If we're looking at it from a neutral perspective, no one, you're not going to be like, Amy is the most beautiful woman in the world. I know that I'm the most special person to you. I know that you're attracted to me, and you're attracted to me as an isolated individual. Are you trying to tell me?
Yeah, I would disagree with what you're saying.
Am I the most beautiful woman in the world?
That's the thing, is beauty is way more. Beauty in a person is so much wrapped up in that.
100%.
And there's actually no one more beautiful than you. Like, genuinely, because there's so much in that. And I want to say that, because if you don't feel that from me, that's a big concern of mine. You are the most beautiful person to me because you're the mother of my children, my wife, you are my best friend. I think you're gorgeous. Like, all of these things that's beauty. It's not anything else. Like, so I can't just let you say that and move on, because that's not true.
Women always seem to overestimate how much men care about objective physical beauty, right? Guys, we are simple creatures. We care way more about how a woman actually is, what kind of person she is, right? You have dudes out here who, you know, the mother of their kids is with them and they're married and things like this, and they will absolutely do anything for that woman, right? And it really doesn't take a lot. You just have to be a pleasant person to be around, some gratitude, maybe know a bit of cooking, and a lot of guys will go till the ends of the earth for you, right? They don't need some supermodel woman or anything like this. In fact, I think that a lot of guys care more about the aforementioned qualities than anything. But guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, remember to leave your thoughts and your comments. Don't forget to check out Men Only and Matrix of Madness, and I will see you all in the next episode. Peace.